Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Teresita Garfin Gabino. I will be with you starting today on air or on video. I know that you have already with you the module. So what is our focus? Mind you, the focus is on readings in Philippine history, not Philippine history. Okay, the coverage of Chapter 1. So we'll be having, in a semester, there are 5 months. So for every month, there will be one chapter to be discussed. So because this book, Readings in Philippine History book, has 5 chapters. So September, 1 chapter. October, the second chapter. November, the 3rd chapter. December, the 4th chapter. And of course, January, the 5th chapter. So we are about to end with the 1st chapter. So what is chapter 1 all about? Chapter 1 is introduction to history, definition, issues, sources, and methodology. So from the module, in the first page, we have, let's test your prior knowledge activity. The true or false activity. Let's test your prior knowledge. And one of the statement there, which is to be identified as true or false, history is the study of the past. So what is your answer? Another statement there or given there is all about historiography. Another one is internal criticism, external criticism. Breakthroughs is also written there. So recall your answer because I am checking your answers. I am checking your answers in the answer sheets that you have given to me or test paper that you have given to me. So that is part 1. Let's test your prior knowledge. So for test 2, yes, history is the study of the past. Can you say that history is the study of the past? True or false? So what is your answer? Then on the second part is the enumeration of the objectives. So what are the objectives? To differentiate history from historiography or historian to historiography. So what is the difference between historian or history and historian, history and historiography? So that is the first objective. The second objective is to identify the historical methodology, okay, and also the philosophy. Another one is to value historical evidences and sources. And the fourth one is to appreciate the importance of history in our lives. So those are what the objectives in chapter 1. So let's move on. After the objectives, we have the mind setting. For mind setting, we have to unlock difficulties. And then from the unlocking of difficulties, so you will give the meaning of those unfamiliar words through context clues. There are context clues given in sentences. So you have answered. And then for the sense reading, that is the third part. So third part, I have given you the test your prior knowledge. Then second part, enumerating the objectives. Let's focus on the objectives. Differentiate the meaning of history and historian, history and historiography, and the other objectives given there. Okay, anyway, those are given in your module. And then for sense reading, okay, so you have to read the paragraphs. And then for every paragraph, there are 2 questions. Okay, so what are the issues given? Because definition, issues, sources, and methodology. In the definition and subject matter, okay, you have to define history. You have to define history. Anyway, the answer is given in the first paragraph. And I tell you to use your own words in defining the meaning of history. Another one is explain the mantra of no document, no history. So what is the meaning of that? No document, no history. Of course, if there are no documents being kept, there will be no history, because it will become part of history if there are documents. So what are examples of documents? Are letters examples of documents? Yes. Yes. Okay, what else are documents? Because in your letters, there are facts there, written there. So it will become history. Remember the letter during during the Spanish regime, there are letters being kept. There were letters being kept, and they became part of the history. No document, no history. So what we have now in our time, there are news being kept, so they become part of the history. I remember this is also localization. Remember, I will let you view my video on the blessing and turnover of the municipal police station. Who attended the blessing from the region? So I will let you view that video, because that is contextualization or localization, jotting down important details or noting important details, and that is one of the competencies. But in the chapter that we have now, okay, define history, and one of the issues, the mantra, no document, no history. And that is one of the documents, the video. So I will let you view that video. If I will ask you to explain no documents, no history, can you be able to explain it? You may include examples of documents. So not only videos that we have now, not only letters, there are many examples of documents. Recall the documents used by the historians during those ancient times. Another paragraph is this, and the two questions are: state the progress of history. Another is: expound the discrimination arising in the progress of history. Progress of history. What can you say about the progress of history? Okay, let me read this. History progressed and arose possibility of valid historical sources which were not limited to written documents, government records, chroniclers' accounts, or personal letters. So not only personal letters are the sources, but also government records. So what are government records? Can we consider your birth certificate records? Yes, those are records. What about the events being kept in narrative form, being kept by the municipal employees? So those are what? Those are records or documents, considered as documents. So let's think of the documents being embarked in our municipality. Those which are in the museum, in Rojas Museum, they are also documents. They are considered documents. What about the progress? Others come from mouth. Those were credible if the person speaking those history are from, let us say, from the municipal employees, from the politicians. Credible. We are talking about credibility of persons. So they can be documents from the mouth of those persons, and then being recorded and kept. So they are what? Documents. Okay, others got their historical documents burned or destroy, already destroyed or burned. So how can we get information or documents if they are already burned? So through mouth, especially from those old people, especially from those people 100 years, their mind are still what? Alert. Alert. Okay, I hope you get what I mean. Nobilities, monarchs, the elite, and even the middle class would have their birth, education, and that's as matters of government and historical records. So from nobilities, from the noble persons, from whom, from priests, from ministro, no, from minister, pastors. Okay, as long as they keep records, then they are considered documents and believable, credible, or believable. So progress of history from the mouth, then kept into record, letters, okay, letters, and then records from the municipal, okay, taken from the municipal building, yes, from whom? From nobilities also, from the politicians, from monarchs, okay, not only from the elite person, from the middle class persons, as long as they are credible, there is credibility. So from the word of mouth, recorded, being kept, and then not only from those elite persons, okay, from those persons mentioned, they are documents. No documents, no history. Okay, no discrimination in the progress of history. Even though you are in the middle class, the poor family belong not to a well-to-do family, as long as you kept credible records, then no discrimination in the progress of history. I hope you get what I mean. Okay, next, we have here, okay, we have enumerate historical resources. So what are historical resources? Okay, examples of this are oral traditions in the forms of epics, songs, and memory. Epics, songs, artifacts, and history. So these are what? The historical sources. I repeat, epics. What are epics? Okay, epiko ni biyag ni lamang. Okay. So, meron tayo nun. So, epiko. Ano ba yung epiko? Sang tula yan. Tulang napakahaba, narrative, poem, na may kwento. So, epic. And then, songs. Okay, may kwento rin. Naalaala nyo ba yung kwento ni, yung kanta ni When Magellan Landed in Cebu City? So, that is a song. And there is history there. Another is artifacts, yung mga remains, no? Yun ay lalo't may marunong magbasa. Kung ilang taon na ba yun? Matagal na ba? So, part of history. And then, memory. Okay. So, ngayon, naalaala ko yung sinabi ni, I remember what Mayor Cusi told us. Yes, I remember that time that Cusi family donated cemetery, Ross Central School, the lot, and then the church, the land there, where Roman Catholic is situated or located. So they donated the parcel, the land, the lot. Imagine, cemetery, then Ross Central School, and the place where the Roman Catholic located. And then the Garfin family, I remember, and then the Garfin family, the Rojas Municipal Building, the gymnasium, and the municipal station, the barangay hall, and the other one, the the fire station. So those are the areas donated by the Garfin family, and Cabrera, the marketplace. So through what? The memory of Mayor Cusi. So memory. I hope you have jotted many things, and from my explanations, okay, I will give you some questions regarding my what I have given you. So let's summarize. So what is the title? First, Introduction to History, Issues, Sources, and Methodology. So I will be, and then the objectives. We have the mind setting, the sense reading about the definition. Okay, the definition of history, and you have already there in your answer sheets. And then this will be answered. This will be answered. Okay. This will be your assignment. Remember the primary sources, the meaning of history, the primary sources of history, the examples which I give you. Many are given to you. And I also gave you an example of through memory, examples of documents through memory of our mayor. The statement given by our mayor. So this is again your facilitator on air or on video, and I want you to answer the following. So continue reading and answer all about paragraph under positivism. Paragraph under positivism. There are questions given there. Enumerate various roles of history in the past and explain positivism in relation to mantra. Document no history. Explain positivism in relation to mantra. No history, no document. No document, no history. Another one is post-colonialism. Again, there are two questions. History and historian. Answer. History and the historian. And then the Annales School of History. Annales School of History. How many? 2. And then historical. Already given, historical sources. But I want you to give 5 examples of primary sources. Of primary sources. So those will be your assignment. So you start from reading from the paragraph under positivism and answer questions after each paragraph. I hope the discussion is clear to you. Just remember, no document, no history, the mantra. This is your Mom Gabino, saying I am signing off. Good afternoon.